What's up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another video to my channel. And I was itching my eyebrow there. What am I, Anthony Davis? I don't have no unibrow. But anyways, this is one of the fan requested videos sent to me by on Twitter. Name is Brian Echeverria. I don't know if I said your name right, dude. I'm sorry if I botched that terribly. But Brian Echeverria asked me to do your Xbox 360 game collection and thoughts. And so pretty much, I don't understand the thoughts part, but when I show you the games, I'm going to, talk about them a little bit. Some games may go on a little bit longer, so I apologize if this video is longer than what most people are expecting. You don't have to sit through the whole thing, but it'll be cool. And also being, you guys will know what kind of games I play. So yeah, pretty much. Now, my Xbox 360 game collection is not as big as it used to be. I used to be heavily involved in the Xbox 360. Some of the games that I don't have in there that most people are probably expecting, like the Gears of War or, Skyrim or Batman, Arkham City, and all these other games. Like, I transitioned from the 360 to the PS3 when, back in my junior year, pretty much I didn't have my 360. My dad had the 360 in the main room, and then my brother had his 360. And so pretty much I was just left 360 less and internet less. So most of my games that I had were on PS3. So I pretty much just traded in most of my 360 games to get fun PS3 games to play. So my 360 collection is not really the best collection. I used to have a bunch of games. I do have knowledge on the past of certain games. So just understand, if I don't have a certain game that you like, I'm sorry. And if you guys have your own 360 collection and you guys want to show it off, post a video response. I'll gladly watch it. I very do love seeing other people's video game collections. And for anyone's interest, my gamer tag is Smiles for Everyone. I don't know, just thought of a funny name. It's the first name that popped up. But anyways, first game that I'm going to talk about here on my collection is Madden 07. I bought this last year. You can see the price for it is ridiculously low, 89 cents. Like, it was literally the most lowest price game I've ever purchased in my life. I only got this game just because, A, I love the version on the PS2. The version on the PS2 is much better than this. And B, Sean Alexander, Alabama great on the cover. And also NFL MVP on the cover too, but I remember his days in Alabama than Seattle, because I used to kick the Chargers' ass. But it's cool seeing my boy Sean Alexander, kick some ass, take some names. So I kind of keep it around just because it's Sean Alexander, in all honesty. And I do play it when I'm extremely bored, just because the Chargers have a great LaDainian Tomlinson on the team. Up next is this game right here. Has very good sentimental value. I love this game to death, along with another game, which case I couldn't find, so I'm going to talk about it with this game. Fight Night Round 3. So when I got my Xbox, I literally only had 3 games, and Fight Night Round 3 and Need for Speed Most Wanted were 2 of them. The third one's going to come out, and I rented a lot of games because I didn't have the funds to really buy them. Fight Night Round 3 is a great boxing game. For any of you guys who are looking, and I mean looking for achievements that are easy to get this game, along with Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now, Need for Speed Most Wanted, my favorite Need for Speed. And I'm not talking about the new one that recently came out. I'm talking about the one with the blacklist, where you have to beat 15 other drivers using your cars that you buy, racing around the beautiful city. I love Need for Speed Most Wanted. Very underrated Need for Speed game. And I suggest you check out both of these games. Fight Night Round 3 is a boxing game for anyone who doesn't know. My personal favorite fight night of all the series, so definitely check it out. Next game that I'm going to talk about is Bully the Scholarship Edition. I did a review on this game, so obviously I like this game. I love Bully. Bully was one of my favorite games on the PS2. The only reason why I bought the Scholarship Edition was because my PS2 game was scratched beyond belief. It was just so fucked up that I couldn't get past the third mission without it pausing every minute. There would be some moments where you guys know, if you have a scratch up game, the game's fucked up, but you're just praying to God and Jesus and whatever that you hope it works, so that way you're like, oh my God, please let it work, please let it work, please let it work. That's what Bully was for me, and I was kind of pissed off, so I went to go get the Scholarship Edition. Very cheap, very fun game, very long worthy. And for all you guys that wanted to try a Rockstar game but never ever like GTA, I don't know who doesn't like GTA, but never really liked GTA, never wanted to really do Red Dead Redemption or LA Noire, check out Bully. Bully is one of Rockstar's good games that they produce every once in a while. Oh, also Max Payne. Up next, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is one of the games that my dad and brother bought. I just kind of took it on my own because when Black Ops 2 was coming out, I just started playing Modern Warfare 3 along with another Call of Duty game that's coming up soon. In all honesty, good game, and if you have it, you can play with me on it. Just know that I don't really like Modern Warfare 3 all that much. Moving on forward, sorry, my games are down below, so it may look weird that I'm bending down every minute. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4, I believe. Oblivion is a very fun game. This was one of my must-own games for the Xbox when I was like in the 7th grade. I was like, I must own Oblivion. Oblivion was like that game. And this is the Game of the Year edition. You can buy this for very cheap now. I believe it's like $30. And this is a great $30. Sadly, my hard drive does not have enough room to play all the DLC. So it's kind of hard to play it. But you get the original Oblivion game. You get the DLC Knights of the Nine, and you get the Shivering Isle. So very good bang for your buck. You'll be playing for this game for a long period of time. This is like one of those games, for example, where you're sitting down, you're kind of bored, you want to play something different, you're tired of Call of Duty, you're tired of a certain game that you're playing, so you go play Oblivion, you sit down, you play for like 2 hours, and maybe you're just done for that day, and then you can go back. The world is big. There's a lot of fucking missions to do, and I mean a lot of fucking missions to do. So you'll never be bored while playing this game. You don't even really have to do the main quest like right away, and it's very, very fun. This game, it's like if you guys feel like Skyrim is way too much in your venue right now, and you really want to just play an Elder Scrolls game, that's just Oblivion, especially for the Xbox 360. It's a very fun game to play. Up next is probably one of the most biggest disappointments for me, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Now, I'm just going to tell you now, I am not a huge anime fan. And this may come to surprise for most of you, but I'm not. I'm not a huge anime fan. I've dabbled in to certain animes, but I'm not like the biggest, oh my god, anime fan. And I'm sorry, Purple Blizzard, if that hurt your feelings. I still love you, though, man. Still love you, bro. But shout out to my boy, Purple Blizzard, of course. But Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi is the biggest disappointment to my fucking life. This game is fucking garbage. The only reason why I keep it is just because the soundtrack is epic as hell. This has the original Japanese soundtrack, and this is the only time you're going to see me mark out for an anime and be one of those anime reviewers that you probably see on YouTube. This game is fucking terrible. It's easy as hell. They have this one mode that's supposed to like make every Dragon Ball Z fan go, oh my god, I finally... Hero mode. And hero mode was the biggest piece of shit ever. Hero mode was supposed to be the mode where you created your own Saiyan and you got to fight evil. And it sucked. It pretty much just consisted of beating up Cybermen, Dodoria, Zarbon monster form, and training with Yamcha. Do not buy this game. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you just want the original soundtrack somehow, try to burn it on, a disc. This game is garbage. And I hate to say it. The only reason why I'm keeping it is just because I'm too lazy to burn the original Dragon Ball Z Japanese soundtrack. Do not let this game fool you. It sucks. Up next, Call of Duty Black Ops. Same reason as Modern Warfare 3. This was one of the first games I actually got back into because I didn't play Modern Warfare 2, mainly because I was, trying to get healthier in life. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to play Black Ops when it comes out. So I played Black Ops. I played Black Ops for a little bit. This game is mostly known for me playing zombies, in all honesty. Not really the game itself, but pretty fun game. Really do like Black Ops. Up next, Call of Duty World at War. Very underrated Call of Duty game out of all the Call of Duty franchises. It was funny because Call of Duty World at War was very popular with me and my friends when it came down to it because of the zombies mode. Of course, zombies was like the most legit thing ever. The campaign, the multiplayer was very fun. This is one of the few Call of Duties with actual vehicles in the game. But the thing about it was, not a lot of people were playing it, and it's kind of sad that not a lot of people played it. Me and my boy Ankle Break AJ2, played this game recently, and World at War is very, very underrated among a lot of Call of Duty people. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 was like the game a lot of people still played when World at War came out. I think many people were turned off the fact that it went back to like, a World War II type of, you know, facility. And a lot of people just liked how Modern Warfare was in the times. It was current. And so a lot of people really, really missed out on this game. And it's kind of sad because, you may think, well, maybe this guy's giving it praise. I should go play on it online. Well, when me and my boy, Ankle Break AJ2, were playing this game online, we got into a lobby where we thought we were playing Halo because when we jumped up, we went flying in the air. And we were Halo jumping everywhere. Their hobbies get hacked. And it's kind of sad that people have to boost their egos by hacking these lobbies and just to be good at a video game that's very, very not that big anymore. I mean, it's very sad because it's like, I don't understand. Why do you have to hack a lobby to be good at the game? Why can't you just have fun? And it ruins the experience. You can't even play Call of Duty 4 anymore without getting to a hack lobby. Like Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 are the only few games that you can go back to and play. I don't even think Modern Warfare 2 is safe anymore. Maybe it got affected by the hacks, but hopefully not. All right, up next, Madden 13. One of my favorite Maddens to come out recently. I did a review on this on CO Live, so if you want my full thoughts, go on there. Very fun game, especially if you have friends to play it with. You will be playing this game. It's one of my favorite Maddens. I find it having a lot of replayability. Probably my favorite since 2010. 2010 was like the last good Madden to me because 11 was kind of eh. 12 was just 11 copy and pasted. And that's pretty much it on the other Maddens. Up next, NBA 2K13. Now, 2K13 I never really got to review on CO Live videos, which I'm pretty sure most people are kind of surprised about. I had a review filmed, but just never really got around to it. But 2K13 has probably one of the more annoying soundtracks from the 2K13. Like, I'm a Jay-Z fan, don't get me wrong, but when I have to hear this fucker every 5 minutes, it gets annoying as hell. Seriously, annoying as hell. But, like, if you have 2K12, just stick with 2K12. In all honesty, 2K13 is a great game. But if you don't have friends, like, and I mean friends, like friends that play 2K13 on a regular basis, this game literally doesn't have that much to offer. Because the My Career mode, the My Player mode of this year, it's, it's a bigger improvement, but it gets annoying as hell when your coach is yelling at you about the stupidest shit. Like, let me tell you something. I'm going to go on a little rant. In 2K13, you literally, in My Player, have to play as a perfect individual. You cannot fuck up in this game. And when you hear your coach on the sideline go, no, 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 that's enough, reset your game. And I'm being dead serious when I say that because your coach will bench you if you do something stupid. There's 3 incidents that happened to me, and I'm going to name 2 of them. The third one is not as bad, but the 2 of them that pissed me off were stupid as hell. So I'm playing 2K13, right? I'm having a pretty good game as my player. 23 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. A nice stat line. It's the third quarter. And so, on accident, when I was going for a rebound, which was going to be my 4th rebound, I was going for a rebound, and then, I believe Tristan Thompson out-rebounded me, and I play as a point guard. So, of course he's going to out-rebound me. So, I was pressing X, mashing X just to try to steal the basketball, and I managed to get it, but I didn't realize it, and my guy just chucks the basketball halfway down the court, and all of a sudden my coach goes, no, 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 you're done, get on the bench. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I just literally did something, one mistake, and you're benching me for that? And I got benched over Jose Calderon started over me, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit, man. I should be starting. And it was like ridiculous. And then another story that pissed me off was that it was like when I was on the Pistons, I got traded. I was done with the Pistons. When Will Bynum was starting over me, that's when I said, nope, I'm done. So the Pistons, what happened there was I was having a great game. I had 32 points, 10 assists, I believe 12 assists, something like that. I was doing great. I was having so much fun. And I was doing bad with the turnovers because my passing weren't that great. And so it was like, in the 4th quarter, it was a crucial point of the 4th quarter. All of a sudden, I cause one turnover, and my coach gets so upset with me. He's like, "No, no, no, no! You're gonna have to sit on the sideline." I never got benched, so I just thought that he was just freaking out at the time, and so I hit the game winner. I hit the fucking game winner against the Lakers, and this motherfucker takes away minutes from me. What the hell? I'm sorry. 2K13's my career is not that great, but it does have redeemable values if you have friends that play it. Kuda Chirumba's favorite game. NFL head coach 09. In all honesty, NFL head coach 09, if you want a taste of what it's like to just be a coach in general, whether it just be on the high school or college level, maybe even the NFL level, this game could be for you if you want to just watch your players act like idiots. Head Coach 09 had possibilities of being a great game. Very, very good. Has legit draft classes. Feels realistic as hell. Great ESPN updates about everything. Just feels like a well-polished Madden game. You just feel like, wow, why couldn't it just be a Madden game in itself? This is a very good polished game. But the problem with it is that you have to do a lot of bullshit in this game. You have to deal with a lot of bullshit too. Your player could be injured. It will say, this dude is injured for 10 weeks. And he may never, and I mean never ever, return to play football ever again for you. It is ridiculous sometimes how that happens. You know, it just gets to the point where this game gets frustrating as hell. And if you want to just try it out, you're bored and you want to try it out, you can get it for cheap. I got this for $5.99, but it is annoying as hell sometimes because you can't even control the players, and that's the boring part. Is like you have to watch them, and the worst part is you go to these practices and you watch these people like practice the plays, and they look like fucking morons doing it. And then it's like, oh, they only learned that play 1%. You have to teach these fuckers to play. And it's like, what the hell? I have to teach these guys? No, I'm good. So, Head Coach 09's okay game. Don't if you want to dabble in it, go right ahead. Be my guest, but don't really expect too much of the full coaching experience. Moving on forward, Black Ops 2. Obviously, if you're friends with me on Xbox, you know I play this game. Love this game. Fun game. Black Ops 2 for the win. Next up, as I said earlier, Madden 10 was one of my favorites. So NCAA Football 10 is going to be one of my favorites. This was actually the first NCAA game I bought for the 360. And I made a transition from the PS2 to the 360. And recently went back to the PS3 until Madden 13. So, really, to be honest, I love NCAA Football 10. Road to Glory is awesome. The Dynasty mode is awesome in this game. I just wish the graphics were better because, like, I remember when I first got this game, I thought the graphics were, like, amazing as hell. And then all of a sudden, you know, they just don't really feel that great compared to the other NCAAs. But this is a really fun game, and I really suggest it to all football fans who want to play a fun classic NCAA game and just get a retrospect. I mean, there's some really good players in here that you guys may not realize. Like Colin Kaepernick, he plays for Nevada. You can abuse him. Like he was as good. What you see in the NFL, that's what he was in NCAA. You get Robert Griffin III as a sophomore in this game. So if you want to abuse Baylor and RG3, you can do that. Andrew Luck's in this game as I believe a junior. Is it junior, sophomore, junior redshirt? I'm not 100% sure. Mark Ingram is in this game. So you got a lot of great college talent in this game. Obviously, Michael Crabtree right there. So you got a lot of great college talent that you could abuse in this game. It's very fun, especially going back to play with these guys before they were well-known superstars. Very fun, very enjoyable. Up next, NBA 2K9, probably the worst out of all the 2K series. Definitely, I suggest if you skip this game, if possible. The only reason why I have it is because my boy Kevin Garnett on the cover. You can see that the games that suck for me, I don't really talk about them that much. Or if a game super duper sucks, I go into real good detail. Home Court. This game is hilarious as fucking balls. The things that you can do in this game is fun as shit. I really just like this game because of the game breakers, and just the game in general is just fun as hell to play when you're bored. So I suggest Home Court if you want a funner version of basketball. Different version of basketball, different take on the basketball games. Moving on forward, one of the few Xbox games that I truly owned, and we're almost down here. These are the last three games, but Quake 4. I've owned this copy of Quake 4 since my Xbox 360 came out. You can tell I love this game. I played this game at least once a year again, just to remember the good old days when I first had that 360, going into that Blockbuster, buying that 360 for the first time. I remember the day clearly. It was seventh grade, was it? Yeah, it was seventh grade. And my mom, she was happy with my grades. I saved up my allowance to I was being good with my money. I'm always good with my money. So I remember I was just sitting in the car, after school, and my mom said we're going to Blockbuster. So I was like, awesome, I can rent some games. And so then all of a sudden, she was just like, go find some games. And I'm like, all right. And so then she was just talking to the Blockbuster guy, and I don't know why she was talking to him. And then all of a sudden, the dude pulls out a 360 box and brings it to my mom. And it turned out Blockbuster was having a sale for 360s. And so my mom wanted to buy an Xbox 360. And then she was buying one game, and that one game was Quake 4. So this is the first ever Xbox game I've ever owned in my life. It was amazing to me that, I've owned this game for so long. I truly do love this game and appreciate this game, and it really was the first Xbox experience I've ever had. Sadly, I never got to play this game online, but it's one of my favorite Xbox games, and I suggest you check it out if you haven't. Very, very fun game. Very, very fun story. I play it once a year, so don't be surprised if you see me playing this game and playing the story mode again, because I truly do love Quake 4. Up next, the next two games will kind of be longer in detail. I'm sorry if this video is going long, you guys. Just understand it's going through an Xbox 360 collection. If I had all my games, guaranteed this video would have been 45 minutes long. So we should be happy that this is going to be hopefully under 30 minutes. Spider-Man 3, based off the Sam Raimi films. Spider-Man 3. The reason why I bought this game was because of not only the success of the Sam Raimi films itself, but because of the success of the video games that spawned from the Spider-Man films. Now, if you guys don't know, Spider-Man 3, obviously it's the third version of the installment of the Raimi film games, but it was a game that I was highly anticipating of even before the movie. And the movie had Venom, but even before the movie, I highly anticipated this game. And so, pretty much, with Spider-Man 1 that came out. Spider-Man 1 that came out pretty much was kind of an homage to the PS2 games. I believe those games were also on NES and GameCube. I'm not 100% sure, but you guys know which ones I'm talking about. Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. They're pretty much an homage to those games, the Spider-Man movie game. And it was pretty fun to play. I remember playing that on the GameCube. I 100%ed it. Played as a Green Goblin. Very fun game. And then came out Spider-Man 2. I bought that for the PS2. Spider-Man 2 was literally one of my favorite PS2 games of all time, if not top 10. I know it's not a top 10 game of the PS2, but it's one of my favorite PS2 games ever. Spider-Man 2, I literally played. I remember the summer it came out, I played it that whole summer. No other game got my attention more, and I always owe it to myself to replay Spider-Man 2 every summer just because of the nostalgic feeling I get from playing Spider-Man 2 every summer. So, yes, I have been playing Spider-Man 2 every summer since then. So, obviously, you knew I loved that game. So, when I heard Spider-Man 3 was coming out and it was pretty much going to be Spider-Man 2, I was hyped as shit. I did not care what other games were coming out. I was excited for Spider-Man 3. And so, when I got the game, I was highly disappointed. It's not like Spider-Man 2 at all. It literally gets sometimes too difficult at some points of the game. It literally gets annoying as hell. It doesn't really explain to you what you're supposed to do most of the time. It just pretty much is just not as fun as Spider-Man 2, because Spider-Man 2, it had a grinding feature to it. It had where you had to earn skill points and you had to level up Spider-Man and buy all these moves like the pile driver and all these other stuff and your swing speed. It had those things that you had to do to make sure your Spider-Man was bulked as hell. This one, it doesn't have that. It's just like you're Spider-Man, go save the city. I mean, the graphics are better than Spider-Man 2, grant you, but the story mode is just boring as hell, long as hell, and pretty much it's literally not as good until you become Black Spider-Man. When you become Black Spider-Man, this is when the game gets easy as hell. Because When you're Red Spider-Man, you're really weak as balls. Like, you're an ant, someone can crush you like that. But when you're Black Spider-Man, you're pretty much invincible, faster, stronger. You get this thing called Rage Mode, which pretty much just destroys enemies. Now, if you could manage to beat the game, you get to play as Black Spider-Man again. You can replay the game and just play as Black Spider-Man. Playing as just the regular story mode itself, it took me 5 days to beat, and that was ridiculous to me. I was utterly disappointed. And then I played as Black Spider-Man, and when I played as Black Spider-Man, it was ridiculously a joke of how easy as hell it was to beat this game. I beat it in under 4 hours with Black Spider-Man when it took me more than 5 days to beat it with just red shitty Spider-Man. It was a joke with Black Spider-Man, and really, to be honest, this game barely disappointed me. Why do I keep this, though, if it was such a disappointment? Why don't I trade it in? I guess maybe just because, Spider-Man 3, even though it was a disappointment, it's still fun to swing around New York. It's still fun to jump off shit. So in all honesty, I kind of keep this game just for shits and giggles. When I get super duper fucking bored, I just like playing Spider-Man 3 just for shits and giggles sake. And in all honesty, when it comes down to it with Spider-Man 3, it is an okay game, but it's not like Spider-Man 2, which still to this day I play every summer just for nostalgic sake. I love Spider-Man 2. Now, time for the last game. Banging down really, really far for this game. On my back right there. Now, this game, most of you guys are probably thinking, oh, he saved this game for last. This has to be a great game. This has to be his favorite Xbox game of all time. Sadly, it's not my favorite Xbox game of all time. Most of you guys are probably thinking it's some rare Xbox game. It's not a rare Xbox game. It's just a normal game. When I was when I was grabbing the pile of games, I literally did not realize that this game was on the bottom. So when I was just doing this video, I was like, "Oh shit, this game's on the bottom." It's gonna be a funny way to end off the video, I guess. Some gamers out there, but finishing off Armored Core. 4 answers. So Armored Core. The only reason why I got this game, or any Armored Core game for that matter, is because of the TV show Zoids. And I don't know if any of you guys know the TV show Zoids, so I'm just going to give a brief rundown of it. Zoids is pretty much these people that ride animal robots and fight each other. I don't know why, but like Zoids and sometimes Gundam, I just have a fascination of being in a robot and blowing shit up. I just always thought it'd be cool to be in a robot and be like, that's why I like Transformers. So it's like, I always thought, it would be cool to like have a robot and destroy shit. And what do you know, they made a game like that for the PS2. So I played that. I liked it. And so I decided to get a 360 version. So I got the 360 version. It was very cheap. And I played it. And literally, to be honest, it's fun. But in all honesty, every mission is the same. It's like, all right, you're in your fucking robot. Go blow this shit up. Go to this objective. Do this, do that. Oh, you got a little boss fight. Oh, that boss wasn't that hard. Like, every Armored Core game is the same. In my personal opinion. They are the same game. Nothing ever changes. There's nothing innovative new to Armored Core. It just changes the same. But why do I keep this game? I guess when I want to just pretend I'm in a robot shooting shit, it's the only game that gives me that luxury, I'm guessing. So, reason why I kept Armored Core for so many years, I don't even know if this is like the latest Armored Core. I just know I have it. But just know, I do like playing this game every once in a while. And that's my Xbox 360 collection and my thoughts on this. So, thank you, Brian Echeverria. I think I pronounced it right that time. If not, I apologize. Make sure you guys follow Brian on Twitter in the description box down below. If you guys like this video, you can subscribe right here on that little icon right there, or you can just subscribe down below. Make sure you guys leave your comments down below about any of the games, especially if you want me to go into greater detail. I'll gladly answer your comments about there. If you guys want to post your own Xbox 360 collection, go right ahead and show it. My gamertag will also be in the description box down below. Smiles for everyone. So check it out. Also, make sure you guys check out Before the Kickoff. The podcast should be uploaded by now. So check out the youtube.com/Before the Kickoff. And check out WrestlePalooza, the best blogging place in the world. I believe I said that right. Anyways, guys, I'm off. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, remember, just hit me up on Twitter. I feel like that's the best way to do it. And if you guys stay through this whole thing, you guys get a salute from me. So I'll see you guys later. This is Chase Oliver 68, and I say peace.